Uh, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good night, ma'am. Yani, I'm gonna introduce myself before we start. My name is Aga Nurbiantiko. My student ID is 15250328 from the Informatics Study Program, class 5015 1B 30. I will share a little opinion about our current president, President Prabowo Subianto. Okay. Before I will give the opinion about the President Prabowo. Before with that, I'm gonna tell about the background of President Prabowo Subianto. Prabowo Subianto is a figure with a long and complex journey. Born on October 17, 1951 in Jakarta, he has come from a highly influential and intellectual family. His father, Sumitro Jojo Hadikusumo, was a well-known economist and a cabinet minister in Indonesian early years. Prabowo built his early career in the Indonesian military, where he rose to senior rank within Kopassus or Special Force and later Constat or Strategy Reserve Command. However, his military career ended in controversy when he was dismissed in 1998 following allegation of human rights abuse and political turmoil at the end of Suharto eras. After leaving the military, he entered politics and establishing the Great Indonesian Movement Party, or we can call it Gerindra, and running for president multiple times before finally being selected as the eighth president of the Republic of Indonesia in October 2024. This trajectory gave him a rare blend of military discipline, political resilience, and elite network, all of which define his leadership style today. So this is the really short of background President Prabowo Subianto. So I'm gonna tell about my opinion uh, for the President Prabowo Subianto. Here the opinion. Okay. President Prabowo Subianto is known for his MBG program, like makanan bergizi gratis, ya, which is highly controversial due to several cases that consistently occur even though they are not summoned. This has made the public wonder, will this program continue in the future, or uh, will it simply consume state fund that might have been embezzled, em- embezzled. Some case I'm aware of that have occurred with President Prabowo program include food poisoning i- in adequate food, supposedly nutritious food that actually doesn't meet the nutritional requirement, and also budget cut that are said to be constantly being cut and even found disappearing. This makes most people, especially MBG recipients, worried. Is the food safe? Is this food healthy? And some parents even refuse to allow their children to add the MBG for fear of poisoning or the other problems. On the other hand, I also feel very anxious, especially since my nephew also received MBG at school. I'm afraid something untoward will happen, but yeah, hopefully not. Then there's the very I don't know what I can say, but there's the eradication of corruption. The matter of corruption in Indonesia is no longer able to avoid its brutality because those who commit corruption are not afraid of the law. Because in Indonesia, the more you take, the shorter you prisons term. Even corruption worth more than 100 million, 100 trillion, or maybe 1,000 trillion, maybe it's only imprisoned for approximately 5 years without draining all the assets owned by the perpetrator. This indicates that the regulation in Indonesia are lacking to prevent corruption. Especially now is the era of President Prabowo Subianto. This will be a uh, very big problem for our president because not only does he play neatly and act carefully, but he also rakes in a lot of state money and causes loss to state deposit worth like trillions. Yeah, it's a very personal things that I make. It's the first one is MBG, like makanan bergizi gratis. It's a very I can say that's safe for now for my nephew, of course, but I don't know in the future. But I hope it's okay with that MBG program. And for the corruption, I think I don't know how I can say, but it's dependent of President we are President Prabowo Subianto, how to disappear it, how to uh, like searching for the corruptor. It's a very big problem in Indonesia right now. So that's too my opinion for my president right now, for we president right now. It's a President Prabowo Subianto. Thank you for the time, and this is the end. Maybe I don't know how what I want to talk anymore. So thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good night, ma'am. Ma'am Yani. Before we start, I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Agal Rubiantiko. My name is 1525032 my class is 15 1B30 Prodi Informatica. Tonight I will explain about simple present tense in the PowerPoint. So let's get started. So I'm gonna introduce first. This is the introduction for the simple present tense. So the simple present tense it's used to express habit, general fact, or situation that happen right now. For example, I go to school every day, or the sun rise in the east. These are regular action or truth that never change. Okay, so let's go to number three. Function of simple present. There are several functions of the simple present tense. First, to express habitual action like she drinks coffee every morning. Second, to state fact or general truth. For example, water boil at 100 degrees Celsius. Third, for the scheduled events such as the train leave at 7 a.m. And finally, to show feeling or state like I like a music. Okay, that's the function of the simple present tense. Now we go to the slide number 4 is the formula. Let's look at the formula. For affirmative sentence, we use subject plus verb 1, and for he, she, it, we add s or is. For example, she play a football. For a negative sentence, we add do not or does not. Example, he does not like tea. For a question, we use do or does at the beginning. Example, do you study English? That's a very good formula for the simple present tense. Now we go to the slide number 5. Subject and verb agreement. We need to remember the subject and verb agreement I, you, we, they used do, and the best from of the verb he, she, it use does and the verb with s or is. For example, I work every day, but he work every days. Work every days. Works. Uh, I work every day, and but he works. Work. Jadi ditambahin s di depan worksnya, di depan work gitu. Jadi works every day seperti itu. So lanjut. Next is the slide number 6. Verb with s or is. When using he, she, or it, we often add s or is to the verb. For example, play become plays, go becomes goes, and study becomes studies. Be careful with verb ending in ye. We change ye to is. Like this, change ye to is, study to studies. Jadi dari y, misalkan kayak ada study, itu diganti jadi is. Jadi studies di simple present tense. Seperti itu. Lanjut ke yang nomor 7. Slide number 7. Example in the sentence. I read book every night. She watches TV on Sunday. You have a S right here and S right here. They go to school by bus. They go to school by bus. He used a day go to school by the bus. Okay. Now he studies, like study to studies, English at home. It's a for example to the simple present tense. Now go to the adverb of frequency. We often use adverb for frequency with the simple present, such as always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, or never. They show how often something happens. For example, I usually wake up early, or she is always happy. Something like that. So it's a common mistake that maybe selalu ini ya, selalu ada kesalahan gitu. Ini common mistake. Jadi cuman kesalahan-kesalahan yang biasanya terjadi gitu. Let's look at some common mistakes. Some people say he go to school every day. That's incorrect. The correct one is he goes to school every day. He goes. Jadi bukan pakai go, tapi ditambah es di belakang. Jadi goes. Also, she don't like apples. Should be she doesn't like apples. Jadi dia menggunakan doesn't. Jadi dia tidak hanya menggunakan don't, tapi dia menggunakan doesn't. Seperti itu. Jadi ini penggunaan simple present tense yang baik dan benar dan bukan seperti ini. Ini sentence biasa harusnya, saya juga kurang tahu, tapi she doesn't like apple. Ini yang benar. Lalu kita ke summary. Simple present tense. Let's summarize. The simple present tense is used to express habit, general truth, and routines. We use verb one and we add s or is for he, she, and it. Jadi simple present tense itu untuk mengekspresikan kayak kegiatan, terus juga kebenaran kayak general truth itu kayak kebenaran yang ada, kayak kenyataan yang sedang terjadi, dan rutin kayak rutinitas seperti itu. Dan dia menggunakan verb one, jadi kata kerja pertama yang digunainnya. Lalu kita menambahkan s or is for he, she, it. Ya, itu. He, she, it. And now is the reference. That's all for my presentation. I use a reference from English Grammar used by Raymond Marpy, the British Council, and Grammarly.com, and of course ChatGPT. Thank you for listening for this present tense to tonight. Thank you very much, Miani, for the time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.